Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another Unmatched Style Designer Chat session. I'm here with Stefan Hartwig from Pulp. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Cool. Well, you piqued my interest with a little DM on Twitter about you were going to launch a new website, and I've been wanting to talk to you guys for a long time because I'm a big admirer of Pulp. And
Thank you.
So, your new site launched. It looks great, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So how do you guys go about approaching something like a redesign of your site? You've done it a few times now.
Yeah. Well, we don't really try to constantly make changes, but we'll put something up and we'll think, this is good and this is working for us, and then every once in a while we'll, you just kind of get a feel for it as to whether or not it's really summarizing who you are.
Right.
And as we've progressed through the years, we've been around a while, since '96. So as we've progressed through the years, things have changed quite a bit, and our sites have gone from pretty extensive talking about our process and talking about different approaches to that, lots of bios for people, and then we've kind of over time stripped that back and gotten to the point where we really just want to focus on the work and let the work do the talking.
Okay.
So that's kind of the approach on this one. And the previous site was maybe had more personality to it, but it maybe got in the way of the work a little bit. And so we kind of thought we'd come back at it and come up with something a little cleaner.
Yeah.
That still kind of represents who we are.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's sort of a trend, right? I mean, to go from, 2 or 3 years ago, even our site is a lot more complex, let's say, and there's like a trend of these like one-page sites, things like that. You definitely see that.
Yeah, definitely. And this actually started out as a one-page site. We hadn't split out the about. It was all going to be on one long page, but in the end, we did decide to split it out and kind of keep those two areas separate so that the work can kind of be the focus. And so you land on the work page when you get to the site, rather than an overview and then requiring a click to see what we've done. So
yeah, because like you said, you want to focus on the work more than, I guess, who you are in particular.
Right.
Well,
right.
You guys have some amazing clients.
We've had a nice run. It's been really fun. Cool. Honestly.
How do you get clients like this? How did it work out for you guys?
Well, it's an incremental thing. You get one someplace, and it ends up leading to they talk, or we try to keep everybody really happy.
Right.
And then they end up talking to somebody, and it's word of mouth, really. We got really lucky a couple of years ago to kind of start working with Guy Kawasaki, and that didn't hurt really at all. So
yeah, I've always wondered how that all top, you guys, for those that don't know, you guys did that all top website. How did that go down?
Yeah.
The concept behind that, and how did it play out?
Yeah, it was well, we initially, it was actually going to be just one page, one topic type thing, and this kind of came out of we worked on Trumors with him, which was, I think, universally espoused as potentially the worst site on the internet by
I didn't
some.
want to bring it up. Yeah.
But we learned a lot from that, and that was a lot of there were a lot of different ways that people could get information into there, and then Guy wanted to take a different approach and come up with a way that people could use get to all the different information on the web without necessarily having to understand RSS, because from like a geek perspective, RSS is probably not, that big of a deal. It's been around a while. Everybody kind of uses it, but there's a lot of people who don't understand how that works.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
So that's kind of how that came about, and it's grown into quite a large. There's a lot of feeds.
It's a massive feed site. I mean, it's one of the sites I keep on my bookmarks. I go there when I'm looking for new inspiration and stuff. So
Yeah, it works out really well. I think bloggers really like it for like just kind of gathering ideas and you know, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty
Absolutely.
nice. We got some new stuff coming out on
Cool.
that angle here in the near future.
Cool.
So
So
we'll
are you guys kind of like partners with him on that, or are you like direct? Is he like a direct client?
he's
He's
yeah he's we you know we've known him for a while,
okay.
and so it just we're not really I wouldn't say we're partners. He's definitely he calls the shots on what he wants
Sure.
to see, and we're you know we're happy to help in any way that we can. So
Well, tell me a little about the Stephen Colbert, Jon Stewart thing. How
yeah,
does that work?
yeah, that kind of came about with the Colbert team kind of called us up out of the blue, and he had a he had a book that he was putting out, and
Yeah.
that was Make Me America book, and they just wanted some ideas of what what the site could be that could kind of play into that. And so we bounced a bunch of ideas around with them and kind of came up with this world domination
Yeah.
game. So that was a really fun project. That's a really good group of people. So
Right.
and then because of that, we it kind of filtered over to the Jon Stewart side
Right.
because those two teams kind of work together on some things. So
They're buddies and
it
stuff.
yeah, it's another case of that kind of word of mouth thing. So
Absolutely. Well, you have on your site, you have like things we do and we don't do well, and I thought that was pretty fun. You have like what you do, but you have what you don't do, and you have like pitch work you don't need, refer to ourselves as gurus, manufacture dependencies and overpromise. So is that like core to your? Are you that open about it, or when you talk to clients, are you?
I think we're wanting to be more open about it. I
Yeah.
think you can get into a situation where if you're talking to a client about something and maybe they've heard from somebody else that they need a certain thing and we don't bring it
Right.
up, we're trying to really like present ourselves as we've been doing this for a long time and we know what we're doing, and we're still constantly learning, that's for sure.
Right.
There's always more to learn, but we just really want to like limit the confusion on like certain things that
Right.
might seem like it might seem like they're necessary or not, and so we're just trying to keep it straightforward. And honestly, we learned a long time ago that the things you don't do that you kind of feel like you have to do, but they make you a little uncomfortable and doesn't really fit into your core service.
Right.
It's better to get specialized and really focus on the things that you can do really well and just do that. And
That's
so
great advice.
that's where the what we do part comes in, and then the what we don't do, that's just kind of like trying to put our personality out there so that people can understand that we're not yes men.
Right.
We're gonna tell you what you need, and
Yeah.
we're gonna help you figure that out. We're not, I guess we're not bossy or
Right.
anything,
Right.
but it's, yeah, I mean, I think we're trying to be more straightforward with
I
that
got
stuff.
you. How much does a lot of other people, I've talked to a lot of people who talk about client education is so important up front and stuff. How much of that do you do in your process? I mean, you're talking about this stuff. How much education do you line up for your?
I don't think we really dive into like too much of pushing people out of their comfort zones.
Mm-hmm.
We just had a client come to us, and they were like, Twitter, everybody's doing Twitter and Facebook, and we don't know anything about that. And we told them, don't do it until you're comfortable doing it,
Right.
because otherwise it's not genuine, and it's really not going to leave the mark that you want it to. So we're not going to force anybody into any kind of a situation that makes them feel uncomfortable. We're pretty flexible as far as like what we can provide, and we try to be very we adapt to what the client's needs are. And so sometimes that's design only, sometimes that's dev only,
Right.
sometimes it's the whole package, whatever it is. But we're not like, here's what you got to do.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty,
Right.
we're willing to work with them, and we'll nudge here and there. And the strategy piece of it comes in where we're like, that might not quite work. But
Right.
I wouldn't say we have a dedicated client education process by any means.
Right. And I
So
don't think a lot of people do. I just always, it's always interesting to find out how other people approach that, you know, because it
yeah,
can be so
yeah,
different. Well, I love your new site. Thank you for sharing with me before you
yeah,
got the rest of the world to see I feel special.
yeah.
And
You are special.
yes, thanks for taking a few minutes and let me delve into your brain.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you going to be at South by Southwest?
I'm not gonna make it.
Oh,
No, sorry.
well, maybe next year.
Are you there now?
No, but heading down tomorrow. So just
Cool,
going to be down for the weekend.
cool.
So
I'm jealous. I'm seeing all the tweets and I'm like, ah,
yeah, yeah. I'm even going, and
yeah.
it's still a little weird
Can't
seeing
get
all
there
the
fast
tweets.
enough.
I know it's kind of crazy. So
Awesome.
all
Well,
right,
thank you for doing this, and we'll talk to you
yeah,
soon.
yeah. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thanks, man.